Hey everyone, and welcome back to our channel, IGC Envision Game Community. My name is Finite and this is a review for Tomb Raider, the definitive edition on the Nintendo Switch. This was originally written by Adam and of course converted by myself for video format for this actual video. So let's get on with it, shall we? This is a shadow drop game. Damn, didn't see that coming, did we? So, Tomb Raider on the Switch and dropped out of nowhere. Yeah. Well, I didn't have that on my bingo card. After plenty of remasters from the same publisher, Tomb Raider 1 through 6, most of us expected the anniversary trilogy next. Instead, Crystal Dynamics' 2013 reboot suddenly appeared. And honestly, I'm not complaining, because not only did I get to replay one of my favourite reboots ever, I got to take it with me on the go. The 2013 reboot kicked off an entirely new Lara trilogy, followed by Rise of the Tomb Raider and Shadow of the Tomb Raider. In 2014 we even got the definitive edition with upgraded visuals, improved models and the fancy Tress FX hair that everyone was obsessed with. I've got to admit, I was obsessed as well at the time. Wow. The Switch version, it's not quite that. It's actually a hybrid, somewhere between the 2013 original and the 2014 definitive edition. I won't go too deep into the gameplay. You already know how good it is. The reboot still hits like a truck. Explosive action, cinematic set pieces, gritty survival, and RPG elements that keep you fully hooked. Everything from the original gameplay is here. The intense firefights, the cinematic climbs, the brutal takedowns, and yes, even the multiplayer made it across. But the old negatives are here too. The tombs, optional, one-room puzzles, are simple and short. You get a skill point or a weapon part, but if you were hoping for classic multi-room Tomb Raider designs, this reboot doesn't have them. So how does it run? Well, pretty well, with caveats. The Switch version targets 30 FPS and actually maintains it most of the time. Exploration is smooth, but firefights, that's where the frame rate dips. From the shantytown section onward, things get busy and aiming starts to feel laggy. On the positive side, the game uses high resolution textures and they look gorgeous on the smaller screen. Dirt, scratches, environmental detail, all still great. The biggest omission, Tress FX hair is gone. Lara's back to her polygon-based PS3 style ponytail. It doesn't ruin anything, but it's a downgrade nevertheless. Vegetation density is reduced, bushes, grass, foliage all trimmed back. Shadows are simplified too, though the important ones remain. No addition to object dithering. Distant objects fade in and out using a crosshatch pattern, subtle early on, but in dense areas like the shantytown it becomes very noticeable. Sometimes geometry doesn't appear until you, practically stepping on it. And finally, some world objects use fewer polygons. It's minor, but it's there and you can see it. Put simply, the Switch port sits between the PS3 version and PS4 Definitive Edition. Not as good as the latter, nowhere near as rough as the former. It's a middle ground adaptation, and for the Switch, it kind of makes sense. Even with cutbacks, none of this ruined my experience. Tomb Raider's reboot is still fantastic, still gripping, and still incredibly fun to play anywhere. Would I love all the bells and whistles? Absolutely. But playing Lara's origin story on a handheld is still brilliant. Wow. So, that's the review. Adam scored an 8 out of 10. I don't know if you agree with that. If you do, then, excellent. If you don't, leave me a comment and tell us why. But I'll give you his pros and cons, okay? So his cons were visual downgrades compared to the definitive edition, simplistic tombs, and of course we get frame rate drops during busy firefights. The pros are, it's still an absolutely amazing game. It's mostly solid at 30 FPS and looks beautiful on handheld, which, that's his pros and cons. So, let me know if you'd like this review. Give me a thumbs up. If you don't like this review, obviously put your thumbs down and no one's going to see it, because YouTube tends to hide that now. Got any comments? Leave it in the comment section. And if you can, please subscribe. It'll help us a lot. And again, thank you very much for watching this video and listening to me babble on. And see you in the next video.
All right. What do you see? Nothing. Kill the rest.
Lubisz grać w прятки, малыш?